My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home. Hebrew home, Hebrew home. Good morning, Hebrew home. My home, my heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home.
Good morning and welcome to today's edition of Good Morning Hebrew Home. I am your host for Friday, Liisa Murray, and let's get right into it. Today is Friday, May 14th. The weather for today, I am so excited to announce it is going to be a beautiful day. A high of 74, clear sunny skies, a great day to go outdoors and take in our great lawn. I was out there yesterday and it's sure to be at least as good a day as yesterday, if not even better. So check out the birds out there. The birds and the bird feeders are really going for it. And enjoy. On this day in history, in 1908, the first passenger flight in an airplane occurs. Wow. In 1925, Virginia Woolf's novel Mrs. Dalloway is published by the Hogarth Press. In 1927, Ain't She Sweet hits #1 on the singles chart by Ben Burney, to be covered by many people in the future, including the Beatles. 1932, We Want Beer parade in New York. Now, I couldn't read a line about a We Want Beer parade without finding more. So here's a little bit about the We Want Beer parade. After a long day of trying to find work in the middle of the Great Depression, a man couldn't even go to the local pub and enjoy a pint to take the edge off and forget the miserable world he currently lived in. Women drinking was not even an option, so don't even bring it up. Americans hadn't enjoyed a legitimate drink since Prohibition had started 12 years earlier. Tired of being hamstrung by the dry laws and not able to fight the mob on the street, and tired of tasting paint thinner in his gin and tonic, Mayor Walker rounded up a posse of like-minded souls and took to the New York City streets, led by the mayor himself. What started as a small group of protesters quickly swelled into a mass of 100,000 parched voices, all under the banner of We Want Beer. Beer for prosperity became the battle cry. Soon the voices of the unemployed drowned out the buzz and revenue-killing voices of the dries, and with the election of Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had practically built his platform on ending Prohibition, the dry movement found itself over a barrel. The 21st Amendment to the Constitution soon answered the marchers' cry. Who wants beer? We do. In 1938, The Adventures of Robin Hood, directed by Michael Curtis, William Keighley, and starring Errol Flynn and Olivia de Havilland, is released. In 1964, the 17th Cannes Film Festival, The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, directed by Jacques Demy, wins the Grand Prix du Festival International du Film. A beautiful film if you've never seen it, with a wonderful song. 1966, A Lover's Concerto, speaking of a wonderful song, by Mrs. Miller, hits 95. 1967, New York Yankee Mickey Mantle hits career home run number 500 off Baltimore Orioles' Stu Miller. And in other baseball news, in 1972, in Willie Mays' first game as a New York Met, his homer beats the San Francisco Giants 5-4. Turning to famous birthdays today in 1944, George Lucas was born. He is an American film director, screenwriter, and producer, best known, of course, for Star Wars, as well as Indiana Jones and American Graffiti. He was born in Modesto, California. And also on this day in 1969, Cate Blanchett was born, Australian actress known for many films, including The Curious Case of Benjamin Button and The Lord of the Rings, a favorite of mine. Born in Melbourne, Victoria. In birthdays today we have, and staff birthdays, Marionette from Nursing Administration, Saturday, Lizzie, Catherine, Debbie from Nursing, Elliot from the Religious Department, and Angel from Riverwalk Food Service. On Sunday, we have Donovan and Magnolia from food service, Dalmore from plant operations, Rakaya and Charmaine from nursing, and Anna X from housekeeping. Happy birthday. In resident birthdays, we just got one this weekend. On Sunday, a big happy birthday to Brenda A. This whole weekend is all your birthday. We're celebrating you the whole time. A big happy birthday to everyone from all of us here at Good Morning Hebrew Home. And now, let's get into the serious news. The food. What do we have on the menu for lunch today? We've got, for the non-kosher menu, we've got a lox and cream cheese bagel, carrot and raisin salad, and vanilla cream cookies for dessert. The dinner tonight is cream of spinach soup. The entree is Salisbury steak, oven-roasted new potatoes and green beans, and a blueberry crumb cake for dessert. Yes, please. Saturday, tomorrow, lunch is Tuscan chicken with garlic mashed potatoes and broccoli florets with pears for dessert. Dinner is cream of squash soup. The entree is stuffed shells with California blend vegetables and strawberry ice cream. Sunday will be oven-fried chicken, sweet potato cauliflower, and chocolate chip cookies for lunch. And for dinner on Sunday, the soup will be split pea with blueberry blint soufflés and baked apple slices and rice pudding for dessert. I have to tell you, I had blintzes for the very first time the other weekend. I went to the Jewish Heritage Museum, and they have a restaurant there, a cafe that was open called Lox, which is famous for, you may be not surprised to hear, lox. But I went for some blintzes with cheese, and it had like a berry compote. It was one of the best, most comforting things I've ever had. And I need to get a good blintz recipe. So if any of you know of a good recipe for blintzes, please send it my way. All right, and on to the kosher menu for this weekend. For lunch will be garlic parmesan flounder, quinoa with edamame and Brussels sprouts, with vanilla cream cookies for dessert. The dinner will be vegetable soup with barbecue chicken, roasted potatoes, steamed carrots, and a jelly roll for dessert. Saturday, the kosher menu is cholent, potato kugel, zucchini and squash, and pears for lunch. And for dinner, the soup is minestrone, the entree is vegetable quiche, broccoli and cauliflower, and strawberry ice cream. And Sunday, the lunch is meatloaf with egg, barley, and mushroom, grapes for dessert. And dinner is lentil soup, baked ziti and broccoli, and vanilla pudding for dessert. Sounds pretty good. Moving on. So this month is Older Americans Month, and I know several of you were at our concert this Wednesday, or hopefully a few of you are watching on Channel 8. But if you weren't there, I wanted to spend a little time talking about Older Americans Month and then sharing a lovely video. So when Older Americans Month was established in 1963, only 17 million living Americans had reached their 65th birthday. About a third of older Americans lived in poverty, and there were few programs to meet their needs. Interest in older Americans and their concerns was growing. A meeting in April 1963 between President John F. Kennedy and the members of the National Council of Senior Citizens led to designating May as Senior Citizens Month, the prelude to Older Americans Month. Historically, Older Americans Month has been a time to acknowledge the contributions of past and current older persons to our country, in particular those who defended our country. Every president since Kennedy has issued a formal proclamation during or before the month of May, asking that the entire nation pay tribute in some way to older persons in their communities. Older Americans Month is celebrated across the country through ceremonies, events, fairs, and other such activities, including here, concerts. This year, as we have in years past, we celebrated Older Americans Month with a concert highlighting famous older Americans in the arts and highlighting the achievements of our own older adults here at the Hebrew Home. We saw some beautiful resident artwork and looked back at a clip from the resident written and performed play from 2017, The Birds. We also shared a video of a poem relating to this year's Older Americans Month theme, which is Communities of Strength. In reflections on this poem, several Hebrew home residents share what keeps them resilient in the face of challenges, of which we've certainly seen many this year. Let's take a look at that video now.
See It Through by Edgar Guest. When you're up against a trouble, meet it squarely, face to face. Lift your chin and set your shoulders. Plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If the worst is bound to happen, spite of all that you can do, running from it will not save you. See it through. Even hope may seem but futile when with troubles you're beset. But remember, you are facing just what other men have met. You may fail, but fail still fighting. Don't give up whate'er you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through.
Well, if I'm in trouble, I would like to ask my friend, whether it was my brother, my sister, or my friend, Michael, what can I do? It is a good thing to have friends and to have family members that you can go to when you get in trouble, because we all sometimes get in trouble.
To face my problems and my troubles, I may call a friend. I know that sounds cliche, but sometimes that helps. Sit and talk it out and see what decisions can be made, and also say a prayer that I come up with the right one.
When I'm faced with the trouble I try to calm my head, meditate, and solve the problem in my mind first. Then I act on what I have done.
When I'm up against the trouble, I try to think of what I can do to get through it. And sometimes I call on someone if I'm able to do that, or I think hard about the outcome. If there is something in my way, I try to avert it. And if there is a happening that is coming along and I know that it is difficult, I gird myself to get through it. And that's how I handle it.
Talk to God. And all you got to do is just keep praying and wait.
I personally have a personal line with God. I don't pray, I just talk, and it helps.
When I'm up against trouble, I always think about the good things that happened to me in my life to overcome all my obstacles. I overcame the stroke, I'm getting better. And I always think about the good things in life, in my life.
I'm very fortunate, more fortunate than most. I'm not alone, to face my troubles. I have a doctor I talked to. I have the lady who gave me this mural, and I have a lot of friends. I have a brother, and it's helped me get out of some serious binds.
To face my troubles, I have to face me. Where did I come from? How did this begin? How did it happen to be? I'm honest. I know how to make amends. Sometimes that's the best solution. That's the message that I send.
What a beautiful video. I feel so lucky to get to spend every day amongst such wonderful, resilient, and wise people. Well, that's it for our show today. Tune in later today for Catholic services at 11:15 and Shabbat Shalom at 3 p.m. Today's Broadway matinee at 2 p.m. on Channel 88 is Anne the Play. If you missed any portion of today's show, it will be replayed on Channel 88 at 6:30, and you can find all of our episodes on YouTube. We here at Good Morning Hebrew Home wish you all a wonderful weekend, and we will see you back here bright and shiny Monday morning.
Hebrew home, good morning, Hebrew home. My heart is where the Hebrew home is. For where the heart is, that's where you find the Hebrew home.